negotiation am ko and say date about ma what trans in fair wages commission as if we na be mo. But you are saying say Emma even National Labor Commission can say strike no more is illegal. Illegal because there more can was nkonya musi but see am say there was one issue bia Abayin share address here. National Labor Commission ko mo no, not that issue. You have not officially tabled it before Abayin. It is not strike now no. Na engira so no e we. E was so the problems na etu nanim officially. Na say we kan hwe now so call striker. Enu kra pon your kwan ya fasoko.
Yes, but last year they went on strike somewhere in August. Abayin promised to resolve what more concerns are what more raising from August to January. Yeah, what more that's was striking. Still now, Abayin haven't been able to resolve it. Now the big question is that the NLC, what becomes of them? Their role is it for them to wait? Say unions no ebeko strike, then they come back to tell us say, okay, we are on the table with you. You do not have the right to go on strike, and for that matter, no, illegal. And now they ought to have resolved the issue before this time.
Thank you. What's about the second pillar now makers? Second pillar makers, apart from the part of government, ABR failure to act promptly on the part of government. One more na obo the National Labor Commission they are civil servants omo go omo yomo adwuma watimi ase. One more said the adwuma ho e was omo ye. Send me obisa question, should they always wait and come and do damage control? And as omo ye proactive. And no see a question e was ye bisa. So make us pillars na miensa, mean strikes e kokoso nyina no. Eni ma miensa na mehwe. Say e bia politics na ye other side no. The omo be ye omo euros the penetration person be ye to make government governance unbearable for the president, and sana obana the can is true. I know that falls within the second pillar of American civil servants.
Okay.
Play, when they fail in the way, just as sometimes executives rule sometimes fail to kakra bemono. That is why was it afternoon na all the stakeholders we are humans. Failure in one way or the other may come on your part. Ewo kwan was international yetimi eka na asumdwe eba.
Okay. Mate Solomon Asante, Deputy Regional Communication Director of the NPP. And Mate Menkano. Mamembra menua BOT ho Bernardo Dro Techi na maintaino. Ben mamintio on this kakra ansana yaba the main issue so na afeyenko yenim. Is it the case NDC set agenda ma government?
Oh, mamini kancha yem party penifo nyina from the national chairman of party constitution on the leader of the party then to the incoming president of Ghana's Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ma chair NDC nyina teacher na honorable Julius Zebra penifo akanyina quite frankly na unze minua Penin Solomon ka say me born again NDC member. That is a good title power because I was there. But so can Bible also say okra baako esatra above from pimpim energy. Until what it means is say any beauty team satra power Johnny NDC ni pam pimpim any beji ne power. So that title no and you're offensive. A very good title of Yama me so masum. I say yana nanum say some for crap do na tiasifo. And party be and politics a number game. And this when you're 50% when you one and can you can be president. And this and there's a BOT or co-independence in West ha. Minya almost 7,000 votes. So me say me free MPP acquire this year. Clearly no. Say even the move 50% create dimechi co this year. It's a plus. And remember the fortunes of the party in that constituency, whether you like it or yes, it will improve. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. And clearly I can tell you point blank, say 2024 MPP must set up in Sweden because that seat they are likely to lose it.
I see.
Opa and the date here 26 January market on the dots. Says NDC year to me close year ranks near to 2 year near my year. For the very first time they are likely to lose that seat. Because you see clearly me free party me are born again. And there were many other people in Fana Sunyana West almost 800 delegates and almost 2. The day no mokoya acclamation, omo pam almost 126 because omo dimechi.
I see.
Yes, and such people, almost 70% dimechi co-independent. And they are not going back. You talk about MP na chances or reconciliation, almost a mao tone. We are going with BOT to NDC. And it clearly no, and the American the MP knows. On about for one knows, so I shall say, or yes, or yeah, he knows. On one I shall say, will put you in place. Almost so, because you see, treatment a modern pan firm, it was terrible. And to the sense I would there's no crime as you are independent. Yeah, they are delegate. Yes, more your acclamation here, but and you sack us. And party sick or modern and can go to delegate, no, not a penny in the mouth. And you think so while we near you when your cabinet minister did, and say any pan upon the sack corner, or doing says you butcher and walk or so I dare die open. Now let me come back to Minia Solomon, a session of say, and this is set agenda. Untim near man also catching you. So call for me a share near mamma or not any man will be to Maswa. It doesn't matter the catchery crowd. But be our could be and will be able to carry it along. You see, there is one thing that the MPP must know. Nanado is not a listening leader. Nanado only listens when he hit the rock. I repeat on your show, he is not a listening leader. Nanado will only listen to the sense you are making when he hit the rock. Say Oyobia or the idea but no Bia and Kasa, he will bulldozer his way through. And since 2017, Nebabe Mao 10 major policy I hate rock away U10. You are not justify the reason of end this necessity agenda. 10 of the number 1. Since 2017, no. Omo saw the mandatory towing levy, but at that time, Ghana for catch almost Adi Audi by any jai semi or the buyer hitting rock no and U10. And also for some of the share rana. Number 2, a luxury vehicle levy. Obekaya
luxury vehicle
levy. MPP saw the but a port of four catch and say jai. After a month for your so more code demonstration. Abu who say me no. And U10 or withdraw. Number 3, a PDS concession agreement. Abra PDS ban. Canada Japan Kasankasa now on Man TV in the 2 catch Ghana for say it's a baton. A month for ye did the man and I do tear Ghana for one say. Abra PDS Antinian shows come they to her at top you know and a man U10. Number 4, a compulsory insurance for public school teachers. Robekaya, a buyer saw the compulsory insurance for public school teachers. Ghana for Kasaye. Abu who said baby economy quickly. And U10. Number 5, a comprehensive sexuality education. Obekaya,
I remember that.
Ghana for catcher and say, yeah, you come had a person be said trumuni gain semi adio. The mode ban ye nyintum. Stop it. For a start, when Babu who said there was an avalanche of discomfort against it, no, or your U10. Number 6, a lesson of MNDCs. For the start, in Ghana for catcher and say, proceed and another person of us no wrong. Withdraw it when Abu who say, sa referendum be failing no, and or your U10. Number 7, a ban of importation of salvage vehicles. Obekaya.
Casa eddy more than 10 years.
Yes, no, or you saw the BB, but Ghana for traders catch and say, but so can for catch and say, Nana, the Audi Bay and PJ. Abu who said, then you was here, but no withdraw. Number 8, a public university bill. Obekaya, it maybe or you saw the public university bill be Bama, Ghana for minority Kasaya went here, Central for Kasaya went here. Abu who said, no withdraw. Number 9, no card, no salary for public workers. Obekaya, Ghana card, ban. Omo ye so omo the tintin policy be basa se uni Ghana card unya public salary Ghana for
I don't know, was it a policy from
it was a policy by the controller.
Yes,
but
controller.
Where does the controller take his powers from the government who appoint the controller. Number 9, a benchmark value nansa no de nansa ya nso kram paso benchmark value the buy your yes so more reverse ade no ndc kasa ye wantie we forecast abu who say ni nya no withdraw. The last one, a semester-based calendar for basic schools. And check cry with the informant fast.
Last week,
And clearly, no, my listed down 10 major policy. A buy where they bar in Fitiasiano. Minority Kasaya went here. Public, a boy who send who tree no, and you can. But you see, the nature of Nanado is a non-consultative leader. Also, I always feel, say, nobody is the monopoly of intelligence. Nipa ba ku bia na obeka so no nko ade wiase nyansan nyina na egu no botom kwakonance na ka che ne maso de wiase nyansan nyina kohye dua nko mu e na ode dua no bo nanim ofuru dua ye ontime mfro kukuo good kukuo ibo nanim pot no bo nanim kwaku fura onko kwaku fura onko when na ntekuma gina for no papa onya sure se okopem toma
automatically whatever obetimi akase ma pass mrato so me dia ba
no clearly no the MPP always government in U10 no enye because of your listening no mama misa Ghana for assuming without admitting say ye levy towing levy, benchmark valuation, Ghana for one kasa, would they have made a U-turn? So you see the element of say a buffer in your U-turn, a young whitewash, no, it doesn't wash. Senana penny year or the day bar only can your consultation. For me, I don't think say NDC NDC as a person a man before. No, the fact that we are minority doesn't mean say we will oppose everything. Honorable Herne Dusu can say you say you cannot ditch your mother and love your wife because your wife is a woman. And he said if you insult your mother, now keep the implication is that we didn't so your bar. And the argument is that always give room for consultation before implementation. Share Obekaya Abra VAT Urban 1995. You saw the calamity of demonstration against it. And who led it? Nanado. For me, VAT is one of the best taxation policy ever in the history of every country. He opposed it. What did the NDC government then under Rawlings do? They postponed it for 3 years, 1998, and a VAT year. So it means, VAT ever 1995. A listening government, or trained for 3 good years of consultation. Why can't the MPP government today hold on to yield levy for additional 3 years?
How do you expect them to generate revenue to deliver on their mandate?
You see, you say asama any dancing, you try send home the year dance here. Abra aban we yiba power you will I always refer to Dr. Bomi as a voodoo economist. You can't say voodoo economist will be a economic background. Who say in voodoo economists, you promise to increase expenditure, either it is at the micro or macro level, and reduce taxation. So in voodoo economists, a politician that aspires to be a voodoo economist in his analogy will say, "Oh, remember one day, one factory, one village, one dam, one this, one that, one coal, one that." Until when you budget. Thinking say anytime a government promises it lead to increase in public expenditure.
Okay.
Be it capital or recurrent expenditure. Now, the same government catch Ghana for at that time, the NDC government then was engaging in nuisance taxes. And that when they come to power, they will make sure say they will be taxes that are sensible to Ghanaians. Until you see Dr. Bomia says we are a better taxation and we call it voodoo economics. In voodoo economists, you promise the people to spend more and for them to pay less. There is no any economy in the world, not even in UK, that you my mama rate hospital, my mama a circle in touch in the air. And was a Sikana me the benefit Ghana for her. So it means I need to tax Ghanaians reasonably to do those projects. Then people at that time say, no, we are voodoo economists. We will give you less of taxation and matter project. And Bomia gave a lot of economic theories. And today he's a voodoo economist, and people can say it because you see, Mama Mahama yes or no dear, and you know did you carry a taxation into no Ghana? Why will you make you turn today and tell the people more than you promised? So let the MPP government accept to say yes, it said when you want to send a baby out for. The MPP came to power on the premises said they will give more project and tax less. Now you are in power, and having been given the power, you cannot prove your own pronouncement. Until you beside me say hena abaning kofesika, let Baumia come and prove it. Today he's a voodoo economist, and that voodoo economist, or promise Ghana for us to Chrome in less than 18 months, Krobia Benya toilet means so where would the money going to come from? So it means that they lie to Ghanaians.
Now we see from my mommy.
So and people were deceitful in getting power. And after getting power, JDM can say posterity will judge us. And today, posterity is right with us in 2022. The posterity is that JM meant well for Ghanaians. And meaning well means some of person mama kwine mama so there let me tax you reasonably. But the MPP taxation in my candid view is unreasonable because tax be to say you levy at to bottom tax. Simply because I never wallet touch me bottom. Na me de misika shim. Na me ka say oh there be and me say me ka say me the 1,000 Ghana. She me koto kuma e be so. Enti me de koto me momo wallet so. Na bank catch me say sa me koto ko na ye e want in 10 video so no obeta say me a. Government is in a clever way stealing my money.
I see. But I say, Bernard Odotechi, member of the NDC's communication team, and Meneno Eddie and Kombano. But I remember so I know, sir, a lot of rebuttals to make on this. So, Mammy, to a quick one now for Yemra, the
Mr. Speaker, Medawasi Bibri, Dedikan. Obo ni wabesi edubia or chrese omampeni aye U10 na omampeni nye listening president. The question that I want to ask, I say, all each of the item no bar or see microphone agitation started say no man penny or use the word U10. PDS at the point of they don't have the money to drop on the table no man penny then U10 benchmark no man penny U10. So who said no, so let me ask, is the U10 the best modifier to describe the action of your friend is the president? A president has assembled to her policies rule because any one thing pen that table so and you might be brain at the same time within the country government they run they say where corner agitation not dream baho president no say na microphone dia munko na munye brother consultation and say na move. Is it not see a bit describe such a president as a listening president than some because why you in any case so you is it a bad thing ade ekoso in his administration na officer no trend the microphone anu gum microphone kasa microphone force ahun chere e de ahun chere bantino yes sir. Is it bad? Do we look at it with a negative mindset? No. It in person humanity as you say. And some okay do yes, you get to Messi here, but it turned round because the president is a listening president. Otie dia, tia no because say uka kra me yen more, me odwenfu, me na me fine fa go see uka kra me no. Nana do yentis or by within the 5 years of his tenure administration no me yentis what can say no me ukakra minti ukakra na me yen more me odwanfu debi he will not insult the intelligence of Ghanaians. No, it is a comparison of person here. You can't compare a living entity like Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, a living being, to a dead goat. No, it can never be done. I say you are comparing apples with oranges. Obi ase me a dead goat. Now do you nipa oti asase so ehome enkwa woni mo so de ne compare. No. In any case, what I want to drum home is say Nana the 10 instances of BOT ebubo so ni nyina no, it goes a long way to prove say this is a president who is a listening president, because we've been in this country where and you maybe describe this idea where a new sound starts in the nyina still it came. But I say, just in Ethiopia, when you can say, no, but this is the president of BT. That is it. I want to put so now all person contesting on that man's administration and what party now that no. Now what was his thinking then? Because also oko hiti ya sana ya say ofi ho. Ono na oti o na emi ya beauty no. Oko hiti ya because oko ya sebi eniema eto no ense ni so an eni age ho no. And not 10 years. But at that time, I know person me, call MPP, me MPP ni by then. What was he riding on then? Was he riding on the achievement of the leadership that he now calls say on TSM? And I said, you see, I know ya debo besiano. Sa no no nya no ana ye ditwa besiano. O sera de tie. Tama all corner de na ni age. Say yes, party MPP, yes, we are in government. Yeah, Nanado because we are riding on Nanado. Niema why ya sebi agidi wo memu asebi ende ye bonus amrane say Ado show boy. Or riding on 3 SHs, or riding on one dam, one village, one dam, or riding on one district, one factory, all these policies, one constituency, one ambulance, or riding on it. Soon they got the ambulance. There's West and this thing, be your friend ambulances maybe. He will be riding on them. So at that time, no, na onim se papa no kasa yikasa unti. Na feya wako asebi nieni said it atono. Afi do be. Well, I like something and I want my brother. I mean, they be my name go and this share where I think said it's going down. I'll let you know. Now, Sebi, youth, you penny for me in your various parties. No, Ombeko ameja china na ye me ne one ye man na said your man no ye say ya manyo ye enti kwan ye be fa so ye be no and then be determine the nation ni tomorrow. Okay, what me as enti see ye ne na me mbu ye nugu say ye dey ya kan say ye ba ye kan say ye dey ya kan say ye ba ye kra pa ye kan say nye enti ni ye kon sa na say be omo kra ye sua democracy ni free omo ho kra po sa na omo ye no oh enti me nua o me hwe ni ye na ye youth ayeba. Okay. Na ye hu the way ye be nantimu. All right.
Ye ba your friend is beauty beba ye ba the corruption perception index. But my main wish the honorable Teddy Safori Adi a happy big birthday. MP member of parliament Teddy ma Ayensuano constituency in the Eastern region. Happy birthday to you. We if we mini abema John Terry or Ewo Sakumono Anna was say men wish you a very big happy birthday. I say may the good Lord bless you and then with your new age, you need to grace on. You are a man with a very good heart. And God bless you, Honorable Member of Parliament for Ayensuano constituency. Now, about the issues that has to do with corruption perception index and the rankings are ABBA, plus the comparisons are ABBA between the NPP and the NDC. Because just under 1 minute, the person can yemra
corruption means certain fact about me. And I pardon him for some statement to make you aha. You see, MPP disqualify NIPA 85 with no reason. 85 throughout the whole country. You form a group, a coalition. Yeah, petition, and I can give you copies. So, my number, I'll send you copies. Philip Addison room, a national security minister throughout the whole country. NIPA 85 in where the MPP has certain MPs. So NIPA 85, and I was a convener. Yeah, petition. And say apart from the appeal now, party na set it up. No, who's appeal no was just a camouflage and Kutiaga. And in the now where the president of that party no, the petition may brow. And it's yasem. Hey, open na be phone line to no more disqualify no. Say no musra. They should vote us and speak. They told us from blank says a cabinet decision. Point blank. That petition no, I was a convener. Mini abako or tanon of tanon of Nanipa 2. He was also a co-convener. Philip Addison Mokahon. In fact, from the beginning, now the former MP account or case no. Or not there or call independent into non person doing any coalition. That day I'm saying no, Ronaldo is not a listening leader. Because you see, what disqualify NIPA 85? And almost say
a party decision and
a party no, sir. And you see, the man who's any party decision is a sir, Obi better what the woman receipt me boy. And the party will advertise it. Say the purpose or parliament and the rules and regulation ye into kofa form will be to 52,000 we about we new Utah. We Utah now we your banner where the be to half of that money. Ye better form ye the document a better form no because it show a membership card and other requirement. O say o mama in contest no. Mama reason tia o mama in contest you couldn't give a written reason. And a NIPA 85 no cabo mo throw letter come and another say the party impending for no can. Ye who say a just some adibia and democratic. And the one as a president of that party no tia yasem let away a big command John Bodu. Ebi koma chief of staff mampani ankasa ebi koma no the response we got right was a cabinet decision who chairs cabinet when a man who said no this leader is not a listening leader and to me prove what Solomon said there's a lot he doesn't know and the very day NIPA 85 no kambo mu apart from say yakwa peace committee no the petition koma mampani so with copy to John Boyd, the chief of staff or mental say no because also a cabinet decision there who chairs cabinet is the president. And to me, Patrick Solomon said there are some things he doesn't know. And to say me catch us and another listening now. This is the evidence. Okay, this is the evidence.
Maybe I must say let's move from that subject.
Okay, this is the evidence. He is not a listening person and a leader. Because leader who see any person. I didn't know be baba top from 52,000, 27,000. What's my disqualified? Convener of the disqualified aspirant in the MPP. I was not just a member, I was a convener. All the 85 throughout the whole country, from north, east, voter region, everywhere. BOT. I said the fact that Ronaldo is not a listening president. BOT, you are.
We are moving on now. The issue of corruption perception index.
I've given. I told you we wrote to chief of staff. We wrote to corporate on board.
You went to all these places.
All these places.
Who told you?
Go and ask your chief of staff.
No, I'm asking.
Go and ask your chief of staff.
He's not being factual here.
Go and ask your chief of staff. What they let the corrupt president when he found out different.
Go
and ask your chief of staff.
You said you're catching and
see, the next time I'll come here, do you know what I'll do? The next time I'll come here, I'll bring you copies of the petition and the response.
BOT,
go and ask your chief of staff.
No, don't tell me go ahead. Just tell me maybe a chief of staff.
Go and ask your chief of staff.
Who told you? He's not able to do that. Or to be established, who told him that? So I bet you
ask your chief of staff. I'll give you a reference.
Okay. Very well. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's come to the other issue. Now, you call your name. 7 minutes after 11, and this is Kessben 92.9. Kessben Kanawu Jumedi and Awugusu Awutieno.
Who told you that? Go ask your chief of staff.
No. You're not being fair to your listeners.
Go and ask your chief of staff.
Who told you this? You are sitting here saying
he is not a listening president. I'm giving you evidence.
And that you were told. He said, "It's a cabinet."
Who told you
you. We want to substantiate the allegation that you are making. Who told you?
Go ask your chief of staff.
No. Should I take that to mean that your chief of staff?
Go and ask your chief of staff.
You see, you're not doing fair. Based on the fact that he is not able to substantiate. I stand on this to say, he is throwing dust into our eyes.
This is what I will do. The next time you bring me to the show, I'll bring you documents.
You don't need that is right. But the point is that, okay, gentlemen, my microphone's ringing now. My microphone's no off. But Solo Ebisa a very legitimate question. You wrote a petition to the party, right? And now you wrote a petition to the president, as you have stated. Why the man will respond and say a cabinet decision? Just for clarity, now you call your name.
Just a simple question. We need an answer, and then you are not able to give.
Speaker,
yes, sir.
When we put that 85 people together, I was made the convener.
Okay. And your letter was addressed to the president.
Wait. I was made the convener to lead all the people, all the 85 throughout the whole country. So we did our letter. In the 85, because I was always stationed in Accra, because at that time, I relocated back to Accra because we wanted to pursue that mission. To make sure, say National Appeals Committee, I think is it Peter McMahon or something, was the chairman. I don't recall it because who said, you call appeals committee, who said appeals committee now you call, Omo reinstated ni pamiensa. As to the reason they reinstated them, we could not tell. And the 83 free from Nebeka 82. And the 82 felt say no. The Omo yeno a kokofo ball. In the silent they are Will Bernard. Will not be a work. I want to ask who push out the no. Young come on and we solicited view. I still have the page here. We drafted a letter. I personally took the letter. Me the one command John Bodu. And I took one to the office of the president. When I got there, they told me that the letter must go through first the chief of staff. And the chief of staff also, ultimately, letter and call straight. And there was one man, I won't put his name out. He was part of the group. Oyegma will say, Oyegma Watinka FM. He could be the general manager or something. I don't know. He was also a disqualified member. And Oka said, okay, he will have a way. You bet him the letter and I come chief of staff. Now the car say, okay, fine. If that is the case, maybe the John Boadu go up. Okay? Enti so Fred John Boadu ne or say, you go so your letter no. Enti and we got a response through a member now. A man letter no do chief of staff on say. Decision no ma take said these 85 people on my enco contest no. It is a cabinet decision. Okay? Until that day on the page, okay, if it's a cabinet decision, for me, I'll go all of it. Yes. As to whether it is true or not, we can let me finish making my point. Please make your point. As what that day, no, and I'm here say, okay, conveners, made a group, no, me say convener. But if this is the outcome for me, dear, I'll go independent. And that day, I hesitated myself from the page because I felt, say, and clearly, no, there was no person among the 82 your man acquires an encore contest. And you say, as some any dance here, no, can send a fire dancing. Send 82, no, when your man call contest, nobody.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, but just 30 seconds, but Mr. No, or tradition on my image, and that is why I want to establish this. See, I'm a Oni paku okachire wo mo se eye cabinet decision no eye obi oka wo mo 85 so ahina wo mo cooperate for their, let's say, their right no nipa ne ka wo mo na kachire no me pese me bisa me nya bi otis ogitum so say de nipa ne kan no e betimi an kware ana. Okay, ogitum so say e betimi ma ne say enya no kware so ana
nipa na say me tu mu ne say kan anya hwe no speaker odi anka 82 no kwan yemma e bi a 10 anase 8 bi nwam
bi what mo group no na did the saying
okay my main
appear on the paper.
Coalition of concerned disqualified aspirant.
Okay, anti-Codpa.
Yes, at the time when I'm free, when I know almost the whole country, no, I think that was the name.
That was the name, Codpa. Yeah. Okay, and then you had some people like Bice or Seko being part of it.
Osa was not part of the contest. Bice was not part of us. He went for contest primaries, so he was not part. Bice for primaries.
He was disqualified.
No, he went and lost.
He went and he lost.
Bice your more. Omutimi contest ye na omu lusu ye no. Omu form omu group.
Okay.
And a year, Omama Young contested Krano, so FOME group. And the bias was not part of our group.
Okay, very well. You're fine on this. You are
establishing the fact say, and yet obi or what Jubilee House and a chief of staff of boarding, and you will be our chief of staff office, and a catcher of say a cabinet decision. That is one thing I want us to establish. But he say, hey, right 85. One move back and a catcher domina can say, yes, see a cabinet decision.
Very well. Because this uncle 30 minutes after 11. This is Kessben 92.9. Ora could you a mega cafe send him a message. Mr. Speaker, good morning. If you care to know, Bernardo Techi was not the convener. I am a serious member of the group he is attributing to. The conveners are Dr. Owusu Achim. Please ask the producer to call me for full update and clarification on the matter. Okay, may that say. My the issue
of Kafu should stop this.
Perception index.
Kafu should stop this. I even started adding people. I created the page.
No, are you an administrator of the page or you were the convener?
I was the administrator. I created the page.
All right. Me never say. You're moving on from there. Now, you're the issue of corruption perception index. BOD. Me that's my corruption. So now you need a doho enkomo. Very very important issue on the table. And the rankings are Transparency International Edeba plus GI. The Omo Eyenwe Ghana Integrity Initiative. The current ranking tells us the NPP regime under Nanado has still scored 43%, which is far, far below the bar. Now, it tells you clearly, the people perceiving corruption, Ghanaians perceiving corruption, is on the high. The other debate, or the other angle to the debate, and it's John Mohammed's West is becoming a Kufuado's best for the last 2 years. And I'm America, meaning solo working can be social media. And if I'm sure also because I will buy another same Wabba say. But on the GII corruption perception index.
All right, Mr. Speaker. Also, a member buying correction. Once a year buying a boom on my God.
Party, party. That
is enemy correct.
Party in power near war party.
Thank you. Into a year ban. Near woman is a year 2017. Your baby inherited 40 points. CPI, no air correction perception index. Points and year scores at 2017 a year 40. 2018, you gain 1 point upward adjustment. Emma 41. 2019 no. Yejina hwa yentime ntu ye 9. Ti ba 2020 no eni move to 43, that's 2 ebeka ya move from 2020 about 2021 no yenya 1 point 43 na ne wo as at 2020 no eno a ne yejina Mr. Speaker ma minfa akonya wesu ema etiefo nti ade bi ase kakra corruption perception index na ye ekuo bi a womutumi etu womhugu timamufuo mu ebisa omo adwene efa ketahye ne proye a ekoso wo oman mu nti no kika amanfo no adwene ebomu a na se ne ejina na ya score wo mu eno ne points na ye bo boss 40 41 abedu 43 na de ye pa kire ne se fiti se omampani na do dan kwakufu ade na ban ebe dane government adia from 2017 na ye 40 if you are eba 2018 you move 1 point ahead up ekoye 41 2019 you move 2020 you move 2 points ekoye 43 and at 2021 43 now does this mean say you follow down in this corruption index ya ekokoso ya na the woman say 43 and right 43 and that's why the chin 40 that's 2020 43 ya ba 20 it means ya amba negative ya anti amba form yes why ya nko yenim na no nkire say sebi ya ambo ya homodin it is I didn't da one ya can plain na mom odi ko compare let me tell you this tama your friend is JDM time that's 27 up to 27 because 2016 there na ba you can't we send 2021 the about 2022 no so 2016 dey ba the JDM time no na e 40 points na se obi abesom na enne in fact entimba form da eno ase ye ko enu yanko enimu a ni ye gina faako ako ama this 2021 ba nre ya ye gina 43 na I don't think say we should interpret this to mean say be aban no corruption bon aban no anase de nkrofo na adwene no egina faako per this report say send no margin chire last year na 43 no 2020 na 43 no sana etiesisi cause bear in mind from 2018 na year 41.
So for the purposes of the record, under John Mahama's government in 2016, Ghana scored 43%. In 2015, Ghana scored 47%. In 2014, Ghana scored 48%, and in 2013 was 46%. That is correct, right?
No.
Okay, Maminti on that.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. Then under Nanado, 2021 was 43%. 2020 was 43%. 2019 was 41%. 2018 41%. 2017 was 40%. And to which one no Anna will compare?
Yeah, GFE President JDM it was 40%. It was 40. That is
in 2017.
That is it, 40%. That was where that was where we got to when it came to corruption. Yeah, peja positively from from 40 to 43. Yeah, peja. So what is the just say less JDM West is also JDM West is becoming Nanado's best. How can you say that? We are gradually appreciating in terms of the positive points that you scored. Yes. So I don't look. Let me tell you this. Obi anamanyokuo NDC ayo imagine say kwen bi on be fast on microphone see the party or the government that Nanado is heading, it's not performing, because what all prakonyanaje. Eti kwen bi obefa so obe mawa openti black amatimefo so wo de wonye kra wo de hunu bi no obeye eno no omoye because ade da clear black and white ye ji ade even say me na wo 40 enne yetimi ya wa do 43 wo say ye mbo omode. I mean, why do you say this? Enye abro ni beyi wo beye sa ade we. So let's not forget. And maybe I make my reference to say a whole party national chairman, a national party chairman. The okay. I say I didn't be able to say yeah.
But you came to power at the back of a serious campaign against corruption.
Yes.
And so what has been the commitment?
That is what I'm telling you. Say commitment from 40, we are not 43. We have made an upward adjustment. And it's an upward adjustment. You tell me say no. It is not an upward adjustment. It is an upward adjustment. So we've got, so what is the commitment? Yes, the commitment it shows in the figures that we are seeing now from 40 to 43. We've made commitment.
And for the last 6 years, you've not appreciated. Still now 43 more people for 2 consecutive years.
Let me tell you,
is it the best the government can do?
It's not the best. But when you have an opposition, now almost communication bureau acting as a plan saying Nyama Sebi Embraya a whole lot of things, a whole president. Uye Bisao say Uye Mampene Bisao say have you ever collected bribe before? Or say as a person? No. And I wasn't surprised he asked that question because by then he had already claimed say he's a dead goat. So when he was put that question, I think that he was thinking, he said, are you as a person and as a dead goat? Yeah, Bisao as a president. Only cry na fe corruption ya dey bia she say nipa dey oye nipa dey by all means bia ye be ye o say I mean look at it, basically admitting the fact say he has engaged in that before. I hope you understand me.
But he never responded affirmative.
That is it. That is a strategic communicator. You forgot his background. I don't forgot his background. What do I say? So we shouldn't let these things deceive us. And I make one say Timamufoni bi this is how they look at it. I'm sure they used to say no. It's not what buying to it. Tie bisa na so yes survey na. Ye ko bisa na and I say na say do you know me nya video bi enche bi abesi 1 week in here. NDC fo akohia omo address omo microphone ka look. Uko gina wa cheru a okra na akoto wa che a. Sheda gina wa neka say and you leave you crap on teacher say wele kra ne bo aye and say wow.
The NDC propaganda.
Oh, been a make a chill. Me say they are bent on doing everything to ensure say the people have it in their mind say MPP dey kakai. MPP MPP are pro, MPP yeah bon cry. And that is the strategy. That's why I always try to talk to Ghanaians. Say, when I get opportunities like this, look, NDC they have said it. Yeah, but I'm see on Bema amemwono aye difficult amaying. Adeno enima kwa on be fa so be sa de ne se kwa ni bi wo ho a wo mo yo boss yes NDC ni as a party ye ne ye ebi so wo mo yes so a hu se mo no mo ta chire o na so na de ne koso na so mo no mo ye etin mi sa nyama we mu nyina no enya me nwanwa because they said it ko almost all man yes sir pass on betia sa ba be mo no e be how these are the things that they have to write on to get back to power, so they are doing it. They've never stopped, they've never relented, they are still doing it. So near me pesi Ghana fo nyina ate ase ni se eye amambuo na ye buo no ana politics na ye no ebinimu e wo kwan a omo fa so because no am kan say even uye amanyosema sometimes we can correct akra, sometimes we din truck akra. I mean look at a whole president obi a obedi o mampani da kasa say amambuo no yeah that time crowd president here be 2016 election say amambuo no say oh yeah bebi we can correct akra, bebi we din truck akra. I mean look at this clear admittance of ne proyene ne keta share asema ye ken because utimi kasa it implies a whole lot of things.
Okay, so let me say mesan so about so be oti so na ya to ankomodie so kwekusa me kan cheers Mr. Speaker, good morning. The fire is on. Let the NPP understand, and they must understand equally and fairly, that their communication happens to be their problem, and the information they receive too is not enough to channel them to the public. However, it is the more reason why a lot of their policies are backfiring. Main kanjo, kweku main kanjo, kwekusa main kanjo, makatre solo. My member be oti so na
minu upon Solomon say akola obewu. Odinama pope obewu. Odinama apostle obewu. Odinama reverend minister obewu. Clearly, yes, that poncheni bewu no. Yehu ne tentena oye. Say me very sure says enka Ghana man and ado kwan man be the president and history would have said say oh, there was Papa B, I know a very incorruptible pa. Or no, dear say, on am crying on a bag when we packet dismissal letter for more you're corrupt. Until you bold didn't say, oh, you're corrupt and come evidence cross your massacre. But clearly, and your NDs in the day, own integrity initiative for Transparency International is purely governance on integrity. And maybe actually they gave the same indices, and it became the basis of their argument on corruption. And he said, and if they are doing choose and pick, then it means they're falling flat on the fight against corruption. All say, my main far ranking no, from 2012 to 2016, because Honana the current one between they are compared the immediate 4 years of the current MPP government. In the year 2012, the whole world, out of the over 200 countries, no, the NDC ranked 64, and I said that was the first year of like JDM Abang. In the first year of Nanado's government 2017, he was 81st. Until Abrana JM toso 64, no, now toso 81. In the second year, which is 2013, the NDC had under JDM was 63rd. The second term of Nanado was 78th. Who can say okay, or Tiba Fem Kakra, that is reasonable at all. In the third year, Nanado was scored 80th out of 200 countries. JDM third year scored 61st. Okay. In the fourth year of 2014, JDM was 56. In the MPP's fourth year 2020, they scored 75th. Clearly, no one team metna have make argument to say ofusuam pofune true tantrums. And NDC Communication Bureau na the propaganda. And yet then your National Communication Director is weak, Papa. Why can't he also sit down to also put out a strategy? Me are happy about the test message buying. Clearly, Nyamina Sunday test, no, but the tester has alluded to the fact to say, either says somebody is sitting on the key information from the party communicators or somebody is not thinking. A whole party like MPP. Now, bet now I'm a party in opposition that control the minds of Ghanaians, then I think you should scrap off your information ministry and your communication director. And you see, so far in nominal figures, nominal value, JDM West performance in 2016 remained the best performance of Akufo-Addo, 43. In the year 2016,
in 2017 was a score for 40.
But the score is here. 2013, 46.
Yeah.
2014, 48. 2015, 47. 2016, 43. Let me even admit and add 2012 and say he scored 40. admitted on his own.
Which is 2017.
2012.
2012.
Yeah, because 2017 is here. 2017. Then 2017 they were in power. 2017 was 40.
But 2017 no more in power and a transition here. That is what he means.
Hey,
from
sir.
2016 to 2017.
But you.
Mr. Speaker, they said they are by 2021 dear, but in 2022 so what they say. The same when they are by in 2017, na dear. Ya survey in 2016 that is.
Let us admit to say whichever way you put it, this government has failed in comparative tests. Because let me finish.
So
you see, say yes, so person 1 year does one out force. Say if this government get the humility to say there's one thing I love our former president Kofo. Abra Oba Bontia or yes say zero tolerance for corruption. Abroad the boss one enfano. He came back to the Ghana for me and I'm kind but corruption has been as old as Adams. Now dunya the carry to tell Ghana and Ghana for said the name who damn no name jina change sanity. But you see the entrenched position to at all costs rabble rouse around and to compare comparatively the problem of the MPP now. Because the fact and figure support to say the other one kind, you are not doing it. Nanado Shagana football said he will fight with the Anas principle. Yeah. What was and is a Anas principle? The Anas principle is that name, shame, and jail. These are the 3 key indicators. With the Anas principle that he promised Ghanaians to use in fighting corruption, it was you name, you shame, and you jail. As we speak today, Anas now know the principle now no yara pam sam Anas so we've demonized Anas. Anas can nowhere be found again. Manas Zura no to me investigation far for the whole near said then no. Anas Zura got up he had to run for his life to South Africa. Clearly no, abai we to say a kura waka or me akabiu. The MPP government in comparative terms. I did JDM, you know, say JDM do a highly corrupt and briar. And you see, I keep on telling me, Minianum Dada, and I say, look, sir, we are buying. You are to me for 4-5 years running. I had to say the obiti fee beam now plumbing working yet. And I'll say, plumber, where I am a plumbing work and wabong. Into me, quite bontina compare plumber from another me fee plumbing work, mammy. So what next year, 4-5 years again. Now, so plumbing work, and that's what you choke, what is sent. Now the blame no come at the tenant, no, that's 2-4 years ago. Then you are highly incompetent. Because Ose Mahama, Embraya, or Bokrono, government official one. Yankupona ya wadum, or the special prosecutor formation, Joe Homena. You gave it to a whole citizen vigilante, Martinamidu. Now say a call who sees you. Now, want to mean prosecutor Muhammad there, then the MPP is highly incompetent, super incompetent. Okay. Because I can many MPP abaya. I'm a office of special prosecutor, attorney general ya media, police ya media, prosecutors me na mitu omoka. Now ma wuse Muhammad pa obi an ko me begina about 2020 or about 2024. Now me have evidence to prove, and don't forget the name of the game is evidence. Minim say Muhammad ya conform, Muhammad ya corrupt. Oni me ba begina. So the MPP should not even go on that tangent. So also me conform to me. Have you used the same power to prosecute me? So the MPP inability.
But you term them say a witch hunting. But
no, I will not. I will not.
Dominic Kumi has sent me a very interesting message, and then let me read it to Mwankasa hearing. Mr. Speaker, good morning. The GRI rating on corruption is similar to the FIFA ranking. A certain chunk of points is built, which forms the basis of future. If your base points are low, you suffer climbing up. But if it is high and you are coming down, it is easier. Determination. So looking at Ghana's stance, our indices were built on negative figures for quite a long time. So whatever the changes in the system positively may be, its cumulative effect on the medium term is just marginal. That is why you see the NPP government not scoring so higher as expected of the government. It doesn't happen. It doesn't mean that they are not performing, but rather it is the existing base point the country has, which was lower. That is why it is derailing our efforts in making higher scores. And this is coming from Kumi Dominic, Western North and Koforidua NPP. That is enough justification.
It's a lame duck excuse, and I'll prove this wrong. assuming without admitting, if this message is anything to go by, can we also therefore postulate that the better economic performance of the MPP in 2017 was based on the good work done by MDC in 2016? I'm asking him. So, or sending this message to justify the fact that say, because the base rate has been low, that is informing, not and appreciating the performance. Good. Can we therefore also say, if the MPP in 2017 did better, can we therefore say that it was because the NDC laid a good foundation in 2016? It's not true. In Transparency International, I work with the Commonwealth and I know how we do some of these things. Say yeah, survey na and yeah, previous year na show. Yeah, 20 people chrome. Even Solomon confirmed that. Any people chrome you be interview. So it is regardless of your past.
Your previous
cases. It's regardless. This is not true. It should not even go there. And to say yeah 2018 na they pay people to do that. And now you can say CIA, BNI, American intelligence, some person omo survey here for na omo tini pagu chrome. Some of them are lecturers or university everywhere, and they pay people. And it's a score 47 in 2021. You call 2022. It is regardless.
And in that sense, you know, say that field work now one more year,
right?
By sampling random people.
Yes,
yes. What becomes their sample base? Because the justification, no, say we are 30.8 million people,
right?
Yes. What number in terms of nominal figures are we looking at?
One say, Drew, maybe when they do some of the, because it borders on confidentiality, they don't put a lot out.
Okay.
But for me, say a CJDM time, ne mills time, ne for time. Now I did to say it was a basis to review our corruption fight there. And yes, see and another so don't let us interrogate the nominal figures. You see, one say we are trying to whitewash and blacklist the past and whitewash the future. For me, it's Kufuor time. Kufuor did not throw his shoulders around. President Kufuor came openly to admit, actually, I didn't know better. But with you see, with Nana Dono, he want to prove a point, and no, this is a justification. And to speaker, you've had a brilliant question. But me respond to that question and I say, it happened under Kufuor,
okay.
It happened under Mills, under JDM. So it happened under Nanadon, so this is not the time to interrogate the
basis of the research.
Let's accept it and say okay, Kwan Ben ye bet me a fast boy a homeworking. And only say Office of Special Prosecutor, no, your man Kwan on your. And for me, I have a lot of respect for
at the time, my office of the OSP, no, I requested for 500 million Ghana cedis. Niyamano 80 million Ghana cedis. How does the person work?
That even goes to confirm that the government of the MPP is not committed in fighting corruption. And let me explain why. So for the 3rd January report ending 2020, I said over 12.3 billion Ghana cedi went into the drain. Say 12 billion era. Now met me the $500 million akwaji says kana common sense betray will say. Spend $500 million to get 12 billion into your coffers. And it's a buy way no. OCP person here, man, say, oh, a whole way in me here 500 million. Now command 80 million Ghana cedi. It even tells your commitment in fighting corruption. Because according to the 3rd January report, who they sanction under their jurisdiction, no, say in up to 2020, no, we lost 12 billion in a year to either embezzlement, malfeasance, leakages, whatever you can call it. Misapplication. Now, you have a certain institution or say, give me even less than 10% of that money. Let me get you your 12 billion. Every well-intended government that is purposeful in fighting corruption on a good scale, Becca say, okay, remember 1 billion Ghana cedi. Because me say me you left 7 billion. Not 12 billion, I question amount for today. No, basically make me the 1 billion. At the 12 billion a mawa. Wouldn't it make economic sense to give $500,000 Ghana cedi to officer to get to 12 billion? So even the MPP government inability to give them even 20% of their budget tells me, say, the MPP government is just flippant. It is just the ability to say we are fighting corruption.
Okay.
So you are setting up OCP or the budget bar, and you see, say, all requests are there 500 million. Near mamu 80 million. It means, say, you've been given 18% of that request. What can you do? Into a creating nice to say fear high faith. Now what's air condition, which you frugal kama. But you can't do the job. If the MPP government is committed in fighting corruption for the very first time, they should commit resources to OCP. If they're able to do that, and then they say, the perception on corruption with Nanado, he's fighting it.
Okay.
But for me, it's flippant.
All right, but I say BOT now, I can remember of the NDC. Now, my member, solo quick one.
Quick one.
Can you also just under
my confuse ranking with points gain, points scored. Ranking and obobo 63rd, so those are the rates say ranking. Say yeah ranking.
But the accrued indices, the figures are obenyano and they put the ranking in place.
Thank you. But it is two different things. Point emphasis. Yes, 43. 43 doesn't interpret to be you are 43rd on the what me I say.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Now you know when President Mahama time and 63rd. 63rd doesn't mean say when you have 63 points. That's what I want us to understand. 63 no,
but there may be some
how can I say
point now obey accumulate
and everybody determine your ranking position. Thank you. But what I also want to, maybe I should bring it to this level. You bet me your exams in class. You bet me 90%. I'm why first. But another exam could be run here. 40% you are the first. I hope you understand me.
Based on the standards.
Thank you. Based on the performance na course. I hope you understand me. Yes, because the other one 90 how did he first that was the highest score. But when not the highest score 40%. But you are still the first in the class. I hope you understand me.
Yes.
That is what I'm saying. Say the rankings should not be misinterpreted to be points scored. No. Because now how can one year to me need it here. But say yes 63 which means you are comparing 63 to I'm mentioning 43. I'm mentioning 43. But so
does that mean say the indices and answer the factors are one share in putting the figures together
No, what I'm saying, maybe you're not getting what I want.
No, I'm
to
getting
say.
you. But me use the same classroom example. For instance, you bet me, a set a question. Now you try based on the level of the question and based on your understanding. Obi bet me ask 90%.
Thank you.
I'm a 90%. Or debate first.
Obi credit with the 90
maybe or debate first. A different class and so may use ABA will be 100% or the BFD first. ABA you get a low performing class at 40% and a first. So the point is that the basic underlying factors are yes and not necessary.
And but at that instant, now that rate ranking by maybe an performances across send your buy and a man said yetimi koto 63. But you bet me the same scoring. In that ranking, in that that 63rd ranking, you change the same score in another, that rate and ranking. As I bet me see your friend is saying 100, and I bet you go about to 12.
I see.
I hope you understand me. What I'm saying simply, and I say ranking should not be misinterpreted as the score. Score no different because you can figures na able. Me share say me about 40, you about 41, me say about 43. So on say eno no woni petim so but obi Canadian or say in this year the JDM Ghana we were 63rd, we were so only the above position there. So that is different from dynamic. Maybe come about.
But don't feel it's not important, Anna.
No. Me same person is set records. The me and car ranking. No okay. But ranking should not be misinterpreted as the score. Okay. Points now your score. Okay. Two different things.
Okay.
What me I say? That is what I want to clear in there. He's talking about rankings and ratings. And I'm also making about points scored. I hope you understand me. Yeah. So there are two different your friend is saying figures any mention yes. That is what I want to
you wanted to play. Okay.
But speak a quick one.
Okay.
30 seconds. One say your the say was called.
Speaker. You let
Okay. 11 in the account baby. 1 minute.
1 minute. Say obi frɛ. So obi ho no frɛ no ye MPP member no person o kyerɛ sɛ NDC emfa de papa bi anya Ghana. Ene me be man niema be se 10. Japade and the economic foundation of this country.
Just under 1 minute.
1. Ghana Stabilization Fund, NDC Japade to Ghana. Heritage Fund, NDC Japade to Ghana. Sinking Fund, NDC Japade to Ghana. Cocoa Stabilization Fund, NDC Japade to Ghana. Ghana Exim Bank, and this Ejapade to Ghana. Get Fund, and this Ejapade to Ghana. Money set aside for cocoa farmer scheme, and this Ejapade to Ghana. Ghana Infrastructure Fund give, and this Ejapade to Ghana. Energy sector levy, and this Ejapade to Ghana. National Buffer Stock Company, this Ejapade to Ghana. And this is what and a Millennium Challenge Compact 2, and this Ejapade to Ghana. And it's our friend, and now see NDC. And for the papa be in Ghana, now so we school now in Get Fund, and this Ejapade.
Maybe I say solo just 1 minute.
Daniel from Botian English, I'm from Ekan say Betania Casa, Yana Womontias, and Tiana in Chichibu, and from FI11. Then Miss Emre Audiama and Yamre, Timid Church, you live in many parties here, and parties who create another platform, my not a dear way of friend 11, yet me church, Womo Etias. Okay. Tino quickly within this 1 minute, the Metochi, a BBC report about out, say inflation, 7 reasons, inflation echoes through all over, just economy of the global economy, inflation rise. Also, one, rising energy and petrol prices. In just the petrol prices, energy prices, cost through Ghana Hampu, or see a global, a man, we are saying, petrol prices, cost, or see goods shortages, goods short, and yeah, Hanko. If I has a crap with the SSB, a Greek minister, in your shortage, yes, shipping costs, rising wages, climate impact, trade barriers, and at the end of the pandemic support for this. And no munina kaun and a sebi ama ye mafu e kasena obre ahuchire yes enye Ghana kwa ye jitu.
Miriam Solomon Asante, Deputy Greater Accra Regional Communication Director of the New Patriotic Party. Miriam Bernardo Drotechi, a member of the NDC. It was a pleasure joining me and serving you. I don't pay on behalf of production team. The said that Kessben Kanawu. We need to come here, Mr. Speaker. I'm sorry, so authentic breaking news air to us. So stay with the rest of our program. Good afternoon, Ghana. I'm out of here.